Hello, my wild, expansive, and fiercely philosophical Sagittarius souls. Welcome back to Cosmic Treasure. Before we widen our circle, I need to speak to the restless heart of the Archer for just a moment. You, my dears, are the eternal seekers of the zodiac. You are the ones who can see the possibility on the horizon before anyone else. You are driven by the need for truth and the lure of the next great adventure. And right now, I know you are feeling it. Your ruling planet, Jupiter, is pushing for massive, reckless expansion, bringing the need for a crucial pause. You've been sensing that urge to leap, haven't you? That feeling that you need to book the flight, sign the contract, or commit to the next big philosophical cause right now. That is your fire and your restlessness pinging. But listen to me closely. This message today is not just for Sagittarius. It is a universal broadcast. It is a siren call for every single chosen one, every starseed, every light worker, every conscious soul who has found their way to this video. Beautiful soul. Stop. Just stop. Freeze right where you are. Take a deep, conscious breath in and let it out slowly. What I am about to tell you is not something you have stumbled upon by chance or by the random workings of an algorithm. This moment, right here and right now, is a divine interception. It is a cosmic intervention. If this video has appeared on your screen, it is because the universe itself is trying to break through the chaotic noise of your daily life to save you from a massive overcommitment. There is an idea you are about to launch, a journey you are planning, or a commitment you are actively considering or pursuing, and the cosmos is screaming, "Pull back. Stop now." This is not a gentle nudge. This is not a soft, encouraging whisper on the wind. This is a spiritual emergency. Your spirit can likely already feel it, that overwhelming restlessness. That sudden feeling of being trapped by your own expansive promises. That shift in the atmosphere where things just feel too fast. That is not fear, my friend. That is revelation. That is your higher self trying to pump the brakes before you leap off a cliff. The universe has been trying to warn you with subtle signs, forgotten passports, confusing travel plans, or a sudden lack of enthusiasm for your perfect plan. But today, the warning is no longer subtle. The universe is raising its voice because the promise you are about to make, or the path you are currently walking, might lead you into a trap. It looks harmless on the surface, perhaps even full of glorious golden potential, but underneath it is spiritually draining. There are force pressures from your own impatience, pressures from your ego's need to be right, and pressures from others who want to ride your expansive wave, hoping you ignore this moment of clarity. Because if you keep moving in the direction you are going without pausing, you may step outside of the dome of protection that the universe has placed over your life. Chosen one. Before we descend deeper into this urgent truth, we need to anchor your energy. We need to signal to the universe that you are awake and listening. I want you to pause for a moment and do 3 things to lock in this frequency. Hit that like button to raise the vibration of this video. Subscribe so we can continue to grow this army of awakened souls. And most importantly, I need you to go down to the comments right now and type this sacred code: "I am listening and I protect my destiny." Do it now. This is not just a comment. It is a spell of protection. It is you telling the universe, "I am alert. I am willing to be redirected. I value my soul over my ego." When you type that, You are signaling to the spirit realm that you are ready to receive the guidance that could save you years of unnecessary detours. Understand this clearly, my friends. Not everyone is equipped to handle this level of truth. Some people will click away from this message because their spirit is still asleep, or because their ego is too loud to hear the warning. But you are still here. That means something inside of you resonates with this urgency. Your soul recognizes danger even before your logical mind can explain it. So let's go deeper. Let's look at why the universe is shouting, "Stop!" There comes a moment in every hero's journey, and make no mistake, you are the hero of this story where the guidance becomes piercing. The universe is not trying to frighten you. Please do not feel fear. This warning is an act of ferocious love. It is designed to prevent a collapse that could alter the course of your destiny. Imagine you are running across a beautiful, wide-open field. Convinced the path ahead is clear. It looks like total freedom. But the universe has a bird's-eye view. The universe sees the quicksand hidden by the long grass. The universe sees that one more reckless leap could plunge you into chaos. This warning is your lifeline. It is the hand grabbing your collar just before you take the jump. Too often, beautiful souls, we underestimate the spiritual battles happening in the invisible world. We look at the surface. We see a dazzling opportunity for travel or learning. We hear encouraging, high-minded words. We see a dazzling possibility, and we think, "Oh, this must be it. This is my breakthrough." But just because nothing seems wrong on the surface does not mean you are safe. The energy you are releasing through your eagerness, your over-optimism, and your refusal to check the details may be quietly feeding a premature launch. This is why the cosmic voice is so urgent today. It is a command to pull back before you overextend yourself or commit your precious freedom to an idea that is not structurally sound. You must take this seriously. Spiritual collapse doesn't always look like an explosion. Sometimes, most times, it looks like a slow leak. It looks like the gradual draining of your financial resources, missed opportunities because you were already committed elsewhere, and unseen interference in your quest for truth. Obedience to this warning is the difference between devastation and divine protection. Stop what you are doing. Take a breath. Pray. Reassess every choice. We make leaves a spiritual imprint on our future timeline. Something that seems small right now, a careless promise to travel, sharing your vast, unformed philosophy with a skeptic, trusting a charismatic but ungrounded guru too quickly can grow into a chain reaction that impacts your destiny for years to come. The universe sees the invisible connections that humans cannot. It knows the intricate web of cause and effect. It knows the hearts of those around you better than you know them yourself. What you consider innocent today, a simple declaration of your next big move, could become the very barrier that blocks your abundance tomorrow. Consider this. How many times in the past have you seen a dream wither on the vine? How many times have you felt a burst of excitement, shared it with the world, and then nothing happened? The energy dissipated. The bubble burst. The spiritual principle here is crystal clear. What you launch prematurely can be hijacked. Dreams are like photosensitive film, or, for my younger friends, like a seed underground. If you dig up a seed every day to see if it's growing, you kill it. If you expose undeveloped film to the light, the image is destroyed. God or the universe is alerting you that your next move must be strategic. It must be guarded. It must be executed in the shadows before it is revealed in the light. You must move in alignment with divine timing, not your own eagerness or your ego's desire to instantly validate a huge idea. We live in a culture that applauds transparency. Share your journey, they say. Be an open book. But the spiritual realm operates differently. The mystic knows the power of silence. The alchemist knows the power of the sealed vessel. Every careless declaration, every premature philosophical commitment shared in the wrong space has consequences. Guard your tomorrow by protecting your today. Retreat, reflect. Your freedom is a sacred currency. My friends, do not spend it cheaply. The wrong person or the wrong opportunity can wear a mask of possibility while secretly plotting to confine your destiny. This is a warning from the cosmos. Not everyone in your orbit is genuinely aligned with your expansive purpose. Some are quietly observing, asking questions, not because they care, but because they are gathering intelligence about your schedule and your resources. They are tracking your steps with a hidden agenda. They may smile, nod, and say, "Wow, that's a huge vision," while subtly throwing energetic nets around your time and your commitment. These individuals are drawn to your light not to celebrate it, but to figure out how to ground it, because your limitless enthusiasm hurts their eyes. The danger lies in your vulnerability leaping into a new venture or signing on to a grand cause without fully researching the fine print is like handing someone the keys to your life and giving them the alarm code. Imagine the seed of your greatest vision. It is fragile. It is green. It needs warmth and protection. Now imagine subjecting it to 1,000 unanswered logistical questions. That is what premature launching does. The universe is warning you that a commitment you are considering is watching more than you realize. It is aware of your patterns. It knows your triggers, especially your love for instant expansion, and it is seeking an opportunity to interfere. Now, please listen to me. This is not a message to create paranoia. I do not want you running around looking over your shoulder in fear. This is a message to create discernment. There is a difference. Paranoia is fear-based. Discernment is wisdom-based. You must begin to evaluate your commitments with spiritual eyes. Ask yourself, who genuinely celebrates my freedom, and who is trying to anchor me with their expectations? Who asks questions about the cost of my failure, but stays silent about the magnitude of my success? Your destiny is too precious to risk. Openness is beautiful, but it becomes dangerous when it is indiscriminate. Your words carry power. They are containers of energy, and in the wrong context, they give low vibrational forces access to your blessings before they are fully manifested. The universe is sending a firm directive. Silence is no longer optional. It is essential. Think of your dreams as a pregnancy. You nurture that life inside for months before it is ready to face the world. Your spiritual vision is the same. There are those who thrive on gossip, judgment, and covert competition. By retreating into silence, you create a protective barrier around your destiny. It's not about hiding because you are ashamed. It's about safeguarding what the divine has entrusted to you until the time is perfect. Go quiet. Go quiet in your declarations. Go quiet in your social circles. Go quiet even in your own mind, silencing the need for external validation. Guard your commitments. Guard your plans. Guard your heart. The universe is positioning you for a massive elevation, a quantum leap, and that kind of positioning requires discretion. Obedience to this call will shield your breakthroughs. It will starve the energy vampires. If you stop feeding them information about your next move, they have nothing to latch on to. This retreat will restore the strength that has been quietly drained by careless expansion. The anger or the intensity of this warning is not punitive. The universe isn't mad at you. It is fighting for you. The divine realm is agitated because you have allowed energy and intentions to enter spaces that should have remained sacred. You must understand that every human interaction has a spiritual counterpart. When you allow reckless promises or unverified information into your circle, you also allow spiritual forces aligned with chaos to attach themselves to your destiny, like barnacles on a ship. These invisible battles are real. Have you experienced unexplained delays? Drained motivation, a feeling of brain fog whenever you talk about a certain philosophical topic or commitment, that is energetic contamination. The universe is calling for immediate action because the stakes are too high. This is a time to reclaim your spiritual sovereignty. Pray fervently, retreat strategically, sever access to anyone or anything that compromises your alignment. God, Source, the universe, whatever you call the divine, is not asking you to become a hermit forever. But for this season, you must protect the sacred space where your dreams reside. Retreating is not a sign of weakness. Let me repeat that: pulling back is not a sign of weakness. It is an act of supreme wisdom. It is the archer pulling back the arrow on the bowstring. You have to pull back to generate the force needed to fly forward. Think of it as a divine pivot. The universe is drawing you away from a cliff edge. Many have ignored these warnings because of impatience or pride or FOMO, the fear of missing out. But those who heed these signals experience remarkable breakthroughs. Retreating means pausing. It means listening. It means allowing the universe to rearrange the chessboard while you take a break. It allows the pieces to fall into place so that when you do move again, your steps are fully blessed and protected. This is a divine repositioning, a sacred pause. The noise of daily life, the endless searching, the distractions of other people's grand opinions, these are designed to keep you from the fullness of your calling. By retreating, you allow the universe to restore your strength. You allow clarity to return. When the water is turbulent, you cannot see the bottom. When you stand still, the mud settles, and the water becomes clear. Your words carry immense power. Yet they can also betray your destiny when spoken prematurely. Every time you reveal a plan before its time, you inadvertently give the opposition a map to your life. You show them exactly where to place the roadblocks. The hardest battles often come from those closest to us. This is a painful truth, but we must face it. Someone in your inner circle may appear supportive, but is secretly undermining your vision. They may sow seeds of doubt. Are you sure you can afford to leave? That truth sounds risky. Who do you think you are to preach it? This is not mere paranoia. It is energetic interference. Often, the harm is subtle and disguised as concern. I'm just being realistic, they say. No. They are playing the adversary to your dream. History is full of examples where hidden sabotage caused the derailment of important destinies. Freedom was stolen, journeys were blocked, and truth was fractured, all because someone's envy of your lightness went unchecked. The universe is giving you discernment now so that you can identify these threats. Recognizing sabotage is not about judgment, it is about protection. You have a divine right, a divine duty, to safeguard your progress. You must take action through prayer, silence, and careful observation. Remove access. You don't have to make a big dramatic scene. You don't have to announce, "I am cutting you off." Just subtly fade back, become unavailable, become a mystery. When you do this, you will see who reacts. The people who get angry when you set a boundary are the ones who are benefiting from your lack of one. Sometimes progress feels urgent. We want it now. We are tempted to push ahead before the time is right. But the universe is signaling a divine stop sign, a clear indication that you are about to step into territory that is not yet authorized for you. Crossing this line without divine permission can result in unnecessary delays and spiritual overextension. Think of it like driving into dangerous waters without a guide. The current looks calm, but the undertow is deadly. God is drawing your attention to subtle patterns, commitments that should have remained non-binding, associations that leave you feeling grounded and exhausted, and actions that bypass divine timing. These are red flags. Ignoring them out of excitement is a trap. Faith includes patience. It includes trust in the unseen hand. Acknowledging the stop sign is proactive. It says, "I trust the timing of my life." Your life is a tapestry of divine assignments. Every move has consequences. If you do not retreat now, you may face unnecessary delays. Think about the butterfly. It must spend time in the cocoon. If you cut the cocoon open too early because you want to see the butterfly, you kill it. The struggle inside the cocoon, the darkness, the silence that is necessary for the wings to develop strength. You are in the cocoon phase regarding this specific situation. Do not cut yourself out too early. Obedience now safeguards your blessings later. This is the time to fortify your spiritual defenses. By pulling back, you allow the universe to restructure the circumstances. Your dreams and visions are sacred treasures. Yet the world is full of thieves, not just thieves of money, but thieves of joy and thieves of your precious time. The universe is warning you that some people around you are not celebrating your calling. They are waiting for you to burn out so they can feel better about their own stagnation. Every time you reveal your unformed vision, you hand them a weapon. Spiritual vigilance is required. Imagine planting a garden. You wouldn't invite a herd of cynical, philosophical goats in to trample it. Yet that is what you do when you share your tender, new ideas with skeptical, envious minds. Safeguard your inner world. Keep the most sensitive aspects of your purpose within the divine circle. Protection begins with action. Stop oversharing. Stop explaining yourself. You do not owe anyone an explanation for your silence. Words are not just sounds. They are spells. Spelling is called that for a reason. Every time you speak, you cast a vibration. When you speak carelessly, you transfer power. The opposition capitalizes on every slip, every leak of information. Sharing your plans too soon can diminish your spiritual authority. It dissipates the pressure needed to launch the rocket. The remedy is simple but requires immense discipline. Speak less, pray more, remain strategically silent. Observe, listen. By controlling the flow of information, you reclaim the authority that has been diluted. Your power lies in strategic restraint. Secrets are sacred. Once revealed, they cannot be unrevealed. God, the universe, is alerting you that a dangerous moment may have already occurred. You may have already shared too much, but do not panic. The remedy is to stop now. Delay can amplify danger, but immediate action can neutralize it. Reclaim your privacy today. Start now. Silence is not secrecy in a negative sense. It is strategy. It is the strategy of the master chess player. The master does not tell the opponent their next 3 moves. The master moves in silence. When you step back, the universe exposes the hidden hands working against you. It reveals the confinement. It illuminates the true path. This period of quiet is sacred. It allows the universe to rearrange circumstances in your favor. What feels like a pause is a divine intervention. You are being shielded from harm you cannot see. While you are quiet, the universe is fighting battles for you that you don't even know about. It is removing obstacles. It is softening hearts. It is closing wrong doors so the right ones can be seen. Your role is simple. Step back. Trust. Avoid unnecessary explanations. Hold your plans close. By embracing this divine pause, you ensure your future is secured. This is the final and most urgent call. Obedience is your shield. Withdrawal is your weapon. Silence is your armor. I also want to address the good opportunity. Sometimes the trap doesn't look like a trap. It looks like a blessing. But it is a counterfeit blessing. Not every commitment that seems favorable is divinely approved. The universe might be blocking a journey or a partnership that looks perfect on paper. The venture might be grand, inspiring, and full of philosophical promise, but its energy is a mismatch for your destiny. God's blockage is a protective barrier. It is not a rejection. It is a redirection. We often mistake opportunity for favor. We assume that because a door opens, we must walk through it. But sometimes the open door is a test. Do you have the discernment to say no to the good journey so you can say yes to the great? Walking away from a good thing is an act of supreme courage. It requires faith to trust the unseen over the seen. But when you step back, you create space for the right connection. Ambition is a powerful fuel, but it can burn you if not regulated. You may feel ready to launch, but the universe is saying, not yet. Acting without divine approval exposes you to the elements. It's like leaving the house without your coat in a storm. Stepping ahead of the divine order compromises the structural integrity of your destiny. Faith requires waiting, and waiting is active, not passive. Waiting means preparing. It means sharpening your tools. It means cleaning your house. Think of it as stepping into a river. If you step in before the bridge is built, you will be swept away. Your breakthrough is waiting, but it is waiting on the other side of obedience. Finally, let's talk about access. You have been giving too many people and too many causes access to your energy field. You are a battery, and you have too many appliances plugged into you. You are draining. Kindness is not the same as unlimited availability. You can be kind and still say no. You can be loving and still be unavailable. People come to you for guidance, for light, for validation, but they are unaware of the toll it takes on you. This drain slows your growth. It clouds your third eye. The universe is signaling that boundaries are necessary. By withdrawing from constant access, you recharge. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and right now, your cup is leaking. Silence and strategic solitude allow you to refuel. Without it, your expansive gifts cannot flourish. The universe is actively closing doors right now. Let them shut. Do not try to pry them open with a crowbar. Do not stand outside banging on the door asking why. Respect the closure. Doors closed by the divine are invitations to pivot. They are redirecting your focus. Forcing a door open only leads to a room filled with chaos. Trust the timing. Be patient. The doors that open for you will open with ease. They will feel like a deep exhale, not a struggle. Those red flags you've been ignoring, that subtle sense that a commitment is too constricting, they are not challenges to overcome. They are stop signs. Stop overlooking them. That uneasy feeling in your gut is the voice of God. Ignoring red flags allows deception to take root. Stop it today, my beautiful friends. I know this message was heavy. I know it was intense, but it was necessary. The universe loves you too much to let you walk into a trap. You are a chosen one. You have a destiny that is written in the stars. Do not compromise it for a moment of validation. Do not trade your birthright of freedom for a bowl of instant gratification. Pull back. Go into your cocoon. Rest. Gather your strength. Silence your tongue. Open your eyes. When you emerge from this period of retreat, and you will emerge, you will be stronger, wiser, and more powerful than you can possibly imagine. The universe is guarding you now. It is time for you to guard yourself. I love you deeply. I am holding space for your protection. Step back and let the universe step in. Until next time, stay safe, stay silent, and stay blessed.